Well, on Channel 4, which originated as Channel 10 in November of 1949 in Bloomington, Indiana, that's Monroe County, I did a show every week on Thursday night, or believe it or not, an hour, because most of the network shows or canned shows that you were getting on film were a half hour, like the Jerry Lester open house, Broadway open house. So my little show was called the Al and Jerry Show. I insisted on top billing, but I didn't get it. It was Al and Jerry, and we did country music, which was okay in 1949, not the boon that it is today. I did the show with Al Narning, N-A-R-N-I-N-G, and we did country western music, such as I'm Sending You a Bouquet of Roses, which was our theme song, and we did a lot of ragtime on piano things like Come On and Hear, Come On and Hear, Alexander's Ragtime Band, you know, that type of thing. And we had a banjo player, and then part-time, of all things, we had a young fellow that we called Bouncing Bobby, and he was from Helmsburg, Indiana. And speaking of Bobby Helms, who was Bouncing Bobby because he was plumped. And later, Bouncing Bobby became Bobby Helms, and his world-famous and infinite Jingle Bell Rock, which appears every December on radio. And he also did a song called My Special Angel, which gained him a notoriety and published what you call published in sheet music and in song, and he became quite well to do. Later, Bobby Helms suffered somewhat of a decline, and he is gone now, but Bobby Helms was one of the people that debuted on our show. Also, we originated on the Al and Jerry Show a thing called Cartoon Weather, and we had a poster board, a drawing board on a tripod, and they weren't marking pens, they were crayons. And we took about 2 or 3 minutes, or I did, describing the upcoming weather, which we got out of the Bloomington Herald Telephone newspaper, and put it on the air. Like, tomorrow, cloudy and warmer. Next day, mild, which meant nothing. So, also, we replaced that cartoon show, Cartoon Weather, with a weather girl. And she was dressed in a little Bobby Peep type kid girl dress, and she did the weather. So, we may have been the first weather show on the air in history. But the other show that we did the Monroe County Ramblers and the Al and Jerry Show, and they're highly similar, only the Monroe County Ramblers was all music. And we, instead of getting paid a fee by the sponsors, the sponsor in this case happened to be Carsol Grocery in Bloomington. and he insisted on my fee being a trade-out. So I think my trade-out was $50 a week, and I traded out $50 in groceries every week at Carsel grocery store, which may be harking back 2,000 years to the days of barter, which works as well as anything. So I also did a show on Channel 4 or Channel 10, Channel 4 later, Indianapolis Indians baseball. That was on Sunday afternoon. I only did one show a week with the late Paul Lennon, and we did live from Old Bush Stadium on 16th Street, not Victory Field as today, but Bush Stadium. So my job was the so-called second man, or color, C-O-L-O-R, and there again I used the local newspaper, the Indianapolis Star, for my source, without, by the way, giving them any credit. That included baseball standings, pitchers' ERA run average, hitters' averages, and so forth, assisting Paul Lennon, who did the play-by-play. Was this a network variety? No, but it was on the air. Also, I went down first baseline at the middle of the game, the seventh inning, and interviewed one of the players. I took about 2 minutes to interview the visiting player or the home player for the Indianapolis Indians, and 2 minutes was enough because the inning was about to restart. There's about a 2 or 3 minute break between the innings, so I did a play-by-play ad hoc interview with a visiting or hometown star on Channel 4.